Well, it's been an absolutely unbelievable week with the WildEarth team out here in Jimmu Game Reserve, and for everyone else involved all over the world. There's been cats all over the place, and it's been spectacular just to see all the activity. The week started off last Thursday with Rixon coming across a very, very familiar character that a lot of us love out over here, Mojo, and he's becoming increasingly comfortable with our vehicles and allowing us to come a whole lot closer. So it was quite exciting out there with Mojo. On Friday morning, Peter and Alex headed out and came across the Mafufunyan male, and he was quite badly scarred on the side of his face. It appears that he had a little bit of a scuffle with the warthog, maybe sticking his head inside the warthog hole and getting quite a bad injury. It was very clear on the side of his face. Later on that afternoon, Alex and myself, we went out, and it was unbelievable that we came across 3 leopard, not 1 but 3 leopard on an impala kill. It appeared to be the Jordan male, Karula, and one of her youngsters. And just seeing those three animals together in one place was absolutely spectacular. On Saturday morning, Rixon and Alex headed out, and they went straight down to Treehouse Dam to be surprised by a new individual that we haven't seen before, a male hippo that had been utilizing the dam. The water was very, very shallow, so he seemed very stressed out. He was giving some excellent displaying behavior to Alex and Rixon, yawning, splashing around a little bit, definitely giving indications that he wasn't too happy. However, the action most certainly didn't end there. It was later on in the afternoon, Rixon and Jan headed out on safari and went towards the east and came across some very peculiar activity where a hyena actually approached a herd of zebra, a dazzle of zebra, and came quite close. They seemed quite interested in each other. The zebra standing there staring at the hyena, and in turn the hyena staring at the zebra. Both of them seemed quite inquisitive, but none actually did anything. No tension, no aggression towards each other, and eventually they both just made their way apart from each other. Later on in the evening, while all the WildEarth team were sleeping, we had some faithful viewers out on the other side of the world watching our waterhole cam, and very, very impressive sounds coming through from the waterhole cameras, where we had that very, very guttural sound of a leopard marking his territory. Tuesday morning was an absolutely exciting day. Alex and myself headed out towards the south, and we picked up on some tracks of a leopard, and Alex spotted a little white-tail swishing through the bush. We followed this female leopard for a while, and the excitement levels grew when we thought she might have had cubs. She was playing around in a little hole underneath a jackalberry tree, but later on we discovered it was just one of Karula's youngsters, just having a little bit of a play around. There was lots of excitement. She was very youthful, very playful, just an absolutely fantastic thing for us to sit and watch. Later on that evening, the excitement continued with Rixon and Jan heading out, this time heading down to the drainage line and turning it into a night of owls. First Rixon spotted 2 giant eagle owls, and later on a pearl-spotted owl that had actually caught a little rodent in its claws and was making a meal out of it. It didn't end there. Later on that evening, when the WildEarth team were asleep, a leopard headed down to the waterhole, and they gave a beautiful sighting for all our viewers out on the other side of the world in our infrared cameras, making a fantastic sighting. The following morning, Wednesday morning, Peter and Alex headed out, and I think the most fantastic thing about that drive was a sighting of a kingfisher diving down into the water and catching a little frog, and as it flew away, it dropped the frog, and a little hammerkop came and grabbed it and washed it and thrashed it around and actually made a fantastic meal, which brings us to the end of the week's highlights. And it was just an absolutely spectacular week. Birds, animals, large animals, small animals, leopard, all over the place. You just couldn't ask for more.